Here's a video on how to change the oil on a Briggs & Stratton lawnmower. Here's everything you'll need. Pretty simple job, not many tools required. You'll need a ratchet, a 3/8 ratchet, and an extension. You'll need some, you might want some cardboard just to keep your area clean underneath you, so if there's any oil, it doesn't spill out onto the work surface you're under. And then if you want a catch can to catch the old oil, new motor oil for your engine, and I'll show you how to find the right kind for your lawnmower. And then I like personally to use some, we'll call them quote-unquote jack stands, just to hold that lawnmower up so you can see what you're doing. You can also buy a lawnmower jack and other kind of fancy things, but these 4x4s work just great. So that's all you'll need for this video. Pretty straightforward. Let's jump into it. So the last thing we need to figure out is the type of oil that we'll need for the lawnmower that you're fixing. So because mine's a Briggs & Stratton, I literally just Googled Briggs & Stratton lawnmower oil, came up to their website, and they gave us this information. So it looks like it really is more dependent on the temperature where you're at. Now where I'm located, the temperature at max is maybe about high 90s and does get pretty cold. So two good options it looks like here are SA30 or the 10W30. So personally, I've been doing the SA30 and that's been working just fine. But obviously check with the make of your engine and see what it recommends. If you have the manual, even better. I don't. The lawnmower is really old and I don't have the booklet for it. So just check into that, and it might also tell you the quantity of oil that it needs. So here's the working setup that I'm going to have when I change the oil. I like to have two chocks on the back of the wheels, the back wheels, since I'm going to be tilting the mower up like this and working on the front side. And then I also like to have my quote-unquote jacks in the front here on both sides, because the drain plug is underneath the mower, so it's kind of in the center here. So I'll show you a better visual of that in a second. But before we get started, because we're working next to the blade, I like to just take off that spark plug boot just so there's no way this mower can start. And with that, we can jump into this. So here's a visual underneath the mower. Obviously I'm not going to change the oil with it up in the air like this, but what I wanted to show you is underneath the deck of the mower, most mowers have a little drain plug right here, and it fits the box end of a 3/8 ratchet. So using your extension or ratchet, you can just put that box end in and loosen this up. And you might need a breaker bar or something because this might be pretty seized on there, so just be aware of that. And then the other thing I would recommend, just to promote the longevity of the lawnmower, is really clean up all this old grass. A lot of this stuff is moist and wet when you cut the grass, so it can actually rust out your lawnmower. So that's just some advice. But what I'm going to do now is just put this back on the ground. If you want, wear gloves. And then we'll just let that drain out. Alright, once it's like that, it's pretty much empty. You could obviously let it go as long as you want, but then you can just start threading this in. Make sure not to cross thread, and if you're interested in how not to cross thread, check out my video that I'll put in the card to the right about not making sure you prevent cross threading. And we'll just put that in. And this is just a drain plug, so we just want it to be snug. We don't want it too tight like it was last time. It was a little ridiculous to get off. So just snug is good on these. And notice I'm only using the head of the ratchet to tighten this. If I use the handle all the way down here, that's going to give me too much leverage. So I'm just going to tighten this with the head of the ratchet, like that. And that right there is plenty. And what I can do afterward is I'll check once I put the new oil in to make sure it's not leaking. But that should be plenty tight. And if you got some brake clean, this is a great way to clean off all this area to ensure there is no leak. Now we can put our new oil in. So come over here to the dipstick. Remove that. Put that in a clean place. And then either with a funnel or if you turn the jug sideways, you can pour the new oil in. And I don't remember exactly how much this takes. You can Google it. You can Google your make and model just to double check the right amount that you'll need. But since I don't know, I'm just gonna put some in, put the dipstick in, check, and go from there until it's full. Don't want to overfill it. You obviously want to make sure you're doing this on a level surface. I get a couple readings just to make sure. That's probably alright. I got a little bit more oil, so I'll probably just keep going, but once you're in that groove spot, you're done. I'm happy with that. So there you go. Now we can close this up, clean up the top here, and then check underneath for leaks. Here's another look underneath the deck after the new oil's in. Looks dry, nothing leaking, so we're all set. And then just make sure to get rid of the old oil that you used. This is empty. I ended up using the rest of the oil, so I'll just pour the old oil in here. And your town's recycle center and also automotive stores like O'Reilly's and even sometimes Walmart, if they have an automotive center, will take old oil. So just dispose of it responsibly. And yeah, that's all you need to do to change the oil on a lawnmower. If you have any questions, put them in the comment section below. If this video was helpful, please like and subscribe. And check out my other videos. I'll link them in the card above. And thanks for watching. See you in the next one.